By the end of this video, you will be able to know how emotional intelligence can turn your life around for the better and the differences between EQ and IQ. Hello Rebel Pals, my special VPs. Welcome back to my channel. Now let's jump into today's topic. Today's topic is what is emotional intelligence and how does it compare to IQ? Emotional intelligence, EQ for short, and intelligence quotient, IQ for short, are two distinct constructs that measure different types of intelligence. IQ measures a person's cognitive abilities, including their analytical, logical, and problem-solving skills. IQ is often measured through standardized tests, and it is used to predict academic success and intellectual potential. Other types of tests to determine early onset of dementia can look or sound like an IQ test, but they are not. Now, let me talk about what an IQ score is. In general, an IQ score is defined with a median and mean of 100. Scores above 130 are labeled as above average or very superior, while scores under 70 would be considered below average or labeled as borderline impaired. Most people have an average IQ between 85 and 115. For people with intellectual disabilities such as Down syndrome, their average IQ score is around 50, while their normal score ranges between 30 and 70. Now let's talk about EQ. Emotional intelligence. Emotional intelligence measures a person's emotional and social intelligence, including their ability to recognize and manage their own emotions, empathize with others, and build strong relationships. Emotional intelligence is not measured through standardized tests, but it can be assessed through behavioral and situational questions. Developing emotional intelligence can involve a variety of strategies such as practicing mindfulness, which I've talked about in my other videos, engaging in active listening, seeking feedback from others, and reflecting on one's own emotions and reactions. So how you handle your emotions, how you react versus respond to people and situations, it all boils down to your emotional intelligence. It can also involve learning specific skills such as assertiveness, conflict resolution, and empathy. By improving emotional intelligence, individuals can improve their relationships, their mental health, and their overall quality of life. Pay attention to your reaction, your responding. Just pay attention to other people and be mindful of how you make people feel and also how people are making you feel. So you need to pay attention to nonverbal cues such as body language and tone of voice. Learn to manage your emotions in healthy ways. Take a break when you need it. Practice relaxation techniques like deep breathing or meditation, and find healthy ways to cope with stress. I've talked a lot about stress last week's video. And coincidentally, April is a stress awareness month. So pay attention to the stressors in your life and healthy ways to cope with them. People with high emotional intelligence are able to empathize with others and see situations from other people's perspective rather than theirs only. This can help build stronger relationships and foster a sense of community. Manage your emotions, take responsibility for your actions, and apologize when necessary. Don't blame other people for your reaction or for your unhealthy way of handling situation. Research has shown that emotional intelligence is positively associated with many outcomes, including job performance, leadership effectiveness, relationship satisfaction, and mental health. In contrast, a lack of emotional intelligence can lead to difficulties in social relationships, poor decision making, and emotional problems such as anxiety and depression. Quickly, just to reverberate the importance of being emotionally intelligent, the ability to recognize your own emotions and understand your own emotions as well as other people's emotions will go a long way in navigating through the ups and downs of life. Life happens to everyone, rich, poor, white, black, brown, etc. But how you bounce back and how you handle the ups and downs of life is what sets each of us apart. And emotional intelligence has a lot to do with that. Emotional intelligence is a huge factor in your ability to overcome the lows of life, the mountains of life, or the undesirable treatment you receive from people out there or around you. Emotional intelligence will help you guide your thoughts and your behavior effectively. It will also help you navigate social interactions more successfully. You will be able to reduce or control your stress response, which I've talked about in other videos, and you will grow as a person. With all these benefits considered, you'll be able to make better decisions in comparisons to your former low EQ self and people with low EQ. Now, I just want to quickly say though that both IQ and EQ are important for success in life. However, research suggests that emotional intelligence may be a stronger predictor of success in areas such as leadership, teamwork, and interpersonal communication. In summary, while IQ measures cognitive abilities, EQ measures emotional and social intelligence. Both of them, however, are important for success in different areas of life. Developing both EQ and IQ can help individuals achieve their goals and full potential. Just like the saying, Rome was not built in one day, so is EQ. Emotional intelligence is a skill that can be developed and strengthened over time through practice and self-awareness. So, don't beat yourself down if you think you have a long way to go in improving your EQ. Just form a habit of regularly assessing your emotional intelligence and identifying areas for improvement. Understanding your emotional triggers has a lot to do with emotional intelligence because it means that you know who you are, you know yourself, you know your emotions, you know the different situations and different things that can make you react or respond in a way that may not be healthy or in a way that may affect you and even affect the people around you. So what are these emotional triggers? So emotional triggers just means what is it that can happen either coming from somebody or in your environment that will trigger a response from you or that will trigger a particular reaction from you. That's just what emotional trigger is. And some of these emotional triggers go back to how we were raised or how we grew up, the different things that we've encountered in life, different coping mechanisms and things that we have done to protect ourselves or different ways that we have protected ourselves from getting hurt. So what happens is that your brain registers your emotions and it attaches it to a particular experience. So whenever you encounter something similar to that experience or that same experience, that emotion that has been attached to that experience will be triggered. So you will react either to protect yourself. Most of the time, really, when we react is because we are protecting ourselves. Our brain is triggering our survival mode to protect ourselves from danger or from unwanted situations. So understanding your emotional triggers and not reacting, okay? Taking time to yourself to think about what has happened or what is happening and then plan on a healthy way to respond tells a lot about your emotional maturity, your emotional intelligence. Another thing is that not taking things personal, it's an indication of your emotional intelligence, meaning when people treat you a certain way that you don't like, rather than taking things personal immediately to want to react and maybe hurt them back or treat them like Michelle Obama says, when they go low, we go high. Rather than going low with them, you want to take the time to reflect on what they have done, and rather than thinking of it as coming from a negative place, you want to switch your thought process into, well, this has happened, they have done this, I'm not gonna take it personal. I'm gonna respond and I'm gonna think about why they have done X, Y, Z, and I'm not gonna fight back or I'm not gonna hurt them back. So those are just ways of handling your emotional triggers and handling your emotions and not taking things personal. This one habit can help you grow and succeed in both your personal and professional life. That's all I have for you today. Thank you so much for sticking to the end of this video. Please like this video and give it a thumbs up. And don't forget to share this video with others. If you have not yet subscribed, please subscribe to my channel because it lets YouTube know that my channel is worth recommending to others. I'll be bringing you lots of valuable information as well as scientific knowledge that will help you become a better version of yourself. With that said, I look forward to seeing you next time. Bye bye. Adios. Au revoir. Watude.